The internet was already wobbling on its last brain cell when 50 Cent decided to pull the plug on Hollywood's entire power grid. Out of nowhere, literally while people were peacefully scrolling through memes, 50 dropped the tapes everyone whispered about, denied existed, and prayed would never see daylight. These weren't receipts. These weren't clues. These were career-ending, industry-shattering, chaos-summoning tapes. The kind that make celebrities suddenly find God and deactivate their comments. The moment the first clip leaked, the timeline lost structural integrity. Phones overheated. Apps froze. Fans screamed. Lawyers woke up in a cold sweat. Diddy's name shot up the trending list like it was running from the IRS. Blogs posted the footage before even watching it. People's jaws dropped so hard they nearly cracked the floor. The energy wasn't tea. It wasn't drama. It was DEFCON 1 with a soundtrack. And 50 Cent. Oh. He looked like the happiest man on earth. The man pressed upload with the confidence of someone who's been waiting years for this exact moment. He didn't blink. He didn't hesitate. He just detonated a digital bomb straight into the entertainment industry and walked away like an action movie hero. Hollywood wasn't ready, but 50 didn't care, because according to him, the moment 50 Cent hit upload, the entertainment industry's entire nervous system malfunctioned. This wasn't a leak. This wasn't a rumor. This wasn't even a scandal. This was a digital apocalypse disguised as a video clip. People didn't just watch the tapes, they stopped existing for a moment. Group chats froze mid-sentence. The Wi-Fi trembled. Hollywood insiders sprinted to their panic rooms. Even the stock market looked like it hiccuped. Because when 50 Cent leaks something, he's not sending a message. He's declaring war. The clip that caused global whiplash began simple grainy footage. Muffled audio, shadows moving in the background. But the second Diddy's voice became recognizable, the world collectively exhaled like they were watching a horror movie where they already knew the monster's name. The footage showed conversations nobody expected, behaviors nobody imagined, an energy that screamed cover up. It didn't matter if every second was clear or grainy because the implications hit harder than a heavyweight champion. People paused, rewound, rewatched, and screen recorded before the internet police could scrub it. Then, like wildfire on jet fuel, the tape spread across timelines faster than any celebrity image ever has. The moment the first blogger posted it, the entire digital ecosystem transformed into an active crime scene with millions of detectives crying, "I knew it," even though they didn't know anything 2 minutes earlier. And 50 Cent, the man who never met a feud he didn't enjoy. He was sipping metaphorical tea with the calmness of a villain who already predicted everyone's reactions. He captioned the leak with a simple line that instantly aged the internet by 15 years. "I told y'all, that was it." No paragraph. No explanation. No moral message. Just pure pettiness distilled into 2 words. The comments exploded. People weren't just shocked, they were hysterical. Diddy's supporters were panicking. His critics were celebrating like it was New Year's Eve. And neutral observers were sitting there like, what dimension did we just enter? Meanwhile, behind the scenes, crisis teams were losing their minds. Phones were ringing at ungodly hours. Assistants were crying in group chats. Publicists were whispering, "Please delete that before it ruins your life." And lawyers were Googling how to stop a viral explosion. Blogs posted breaking news banners like elections were happening. YouTubers started live streaming with thumbnails showing exaggerated shock faces. TikTok creators began dissecting every frame like forensic scientists who haven't slept in weeks. And the memes were ruthless. People made edits of 50 Cent sitting behind a movie theater seat munching popcorn. Others showed Diddy vanishing into thin air like he got snapped out of existence. Someone even edited 50 Cent onto a courtroom podium saying, "Your Honor, I bring the tapes," and the internet ate it up like it was a buffet. But the real chaos started when fans discovered that the footage wasn't new. It wasn't random. It wasn't spontaneous. It was organized. 50 Cent had been teasing something big for months. Cryptic posts, suspicious captions, on-stage jokes that hit too close to home. Everyone thought he was trolling because he always is. But this time, the man had been preparing artillery, Some insiders claimed 50 had access to footage from old parties, private events, studio sessions, and even security archives. Others whispered that people in Diddy's circles secretly passed him the tapes. A few said 50 collected the material for years, waiting for just the right moment. And today was that moment. Meanwhile, fan bases launched into investigative overdrive. People slowed the video, zoomed in on background figures, analyzed voices, and debated authenticity like they had FADS in forensic audio engineering. Some said the tapes showed manipulation. Some said it exposed hidden agendas. Some said it confirmed decades of rumors that the industry kept burying under fame and money. But regardless of interpretation, one thing became clear. These tapes were not normal. They were strategic. They were dangerous. They were career-destroying. And 50 Cent was enjoying every second. Diddy's name began trending worldwide #1 in several countries. People posted threads longer than their phone bills. Some demanded explanations. Others demanded apologies. Some shouted, "Lock him up," even though nobody knew what the law was. The first celebrity reaction came from a rapper who tweeted, "Told y'all Hollywood weird." The tweet got 200,000 likes even though it added zero information. But the internet doesn't need facts, it needs vibes. Then came the shockwave moment. A well-known producer wrote, "This is only the beginning. No names, no context, just vibes." But that was enough to ignite the internet again. People were convinced more tapes existed. People were convinced more receipts were coming. People were convinced 50 Cent was just warming up. Then someone found an old interview of 50 Cent smirking when asked about industry secrets, and fans used it as proof that this leak was premeditated. One commenter wrote, "He's been waiting years to drop this, and honestly, they weren't wrong." Meanwhile, celebrities silently unfollowed Diddy. Others turned off comments. Rappers pretended to be asleep. Singers posted unrelated vacation pics like the world wasn't burning. Actors suddenly became off social media for mental health reasons. The silence was louder than a stadium speaker, but it was the public reactions that truly showed how deep this scandal ran. People started connecting old rumors. People recalled old lawsuits. People resurfaced old celebrity interviews that hinted at industry darkness. Everyone suddenly remembered a moment where they felt off about Diddy, and at the center of the storm, 50 Cent. Laughing, posting memes, dropping hints, fueling the fire. He didn't deny the tapes. He didn't retract the tapes. He didn't clarify the tapes. He doubled down. He posted a second clip, less intense, but enough to show he had more. Enough to terrify anyone connected to the man, because if 50 Cent has one thing, it's time. And if he has another, it's pettiness. And when he combines both, Hollywood panics. The leak didn't just expose Diddy, it exposed the industry's fear, its secrets, its silence, and now the world wanted answers. But the truth is, the tapes were only the first hit, and 50 was just getting warmed up. The moment the tapes spread across every corner of the internet, Hollywood reacted like a colony of ants watching someone kick their anthill. Nobody knew where to run. Nobody knew what to say. Nobody knew who was next. Because if 50 Cent had this level of nuclear footage on Diddy, what else was hiding in his vault? And more importantly, who else did he have footage of? Celebrities started panicking publicly in the most cowardly, suspicious ways imaginable. The first to react was none other than DJ Khaled, who posted a random "God is good" image with zero explanation. The internet immediately interpreted it as fear. They said Khaled was spiritually distancing himself before the tsunami hit. They said he was praying Diddy didn't drag him into the storm. They said he was manifesting an alibi. You'd think the man was preparing for trial the way people screenshot his post. Then came French Montana, who suddenly unfollowed Diddy at 2:30 a.m., not 2 o'clock, not 2:30, a weird, oddly specific time that made people say, "Yeah, this bro is scared." Moments later, he turned off comments on all his posts quicker than someone slamming a laptop shut when their boss walks by. Fans noticed instantly. The unfollow made headlines. The comment lock went viral. French Montana woke up trending for the wrong reasons. Next was Justin Bieber, who posted a story showing himself reading a Bible on a couch. No caption, no context, just scripture. The internet exploded. Some said he knew something. Some said he was cleansing his soul. Some said he was rehearsing his future testimony. The memes were cruel. One viral tweet said, "Justin reading the Bible like it's instructions on how to escape the Diddy multiverse." But nothing shook Hollywood harder than the reaction from former bad boy artists. People who hadn't used social media since Obama's first term suddenly logged in like the apocalypse switch got flipped. One posted a cryptic message, "Everything done in the dark comes to light." Another posted, "He warned y'all," and a third simply wrote, "It's time." That one broke the internet. Because if former bad boy artists are tweeting like they're waiting for the final impact, then 50 Cent didn't just crack the dam, he shattered the entire water supply. Meanwhile, 50 Cent was posting meme after meme like he was auditioning for a stand-up comedy special. He put up a picture of Diddy peeking through blinds. He posted himself dancing with the caption, "More clips dropping soon." He even posted a GIF of someone running for their life and wrote, "Diddy Arn." The memes were disrespectful, hilarious, and terrifyingly calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. The internet responded with even nastier memes. They edited Diddy into courtroom sketches. They photoshopped 50 Cent holding a USB drive like it was the Infinity Gauntlet. They made graphics that said the Diddy tapes directed by 50 Cent. Someone even edited 50 as Thanos snapping and Diddy dissolving into dust. It was brutality disguised as humor, but it wasn't all jokes. Serious conversations began circulating. People started asking why so many celebrities were silent, why certain big names refused to post, why the ones who worked closely with Diddy were suddenly on vacation or off social media. Fans started demanding accountability. They started demanding statements. They started demanding transparency. And that's when Hollywood's PR machine kicked into overdrive. Suddenly, multiple celebrities posted vague messages about positivity and healing energy, which was hilarious, because nobody asked them for inspirational quotes. People wanted answers. People wanted reactions. People wanted confirmation. Instead, they got recycled self-help phrases and pre-written captions. It made everyone look guilty. Then one of the biggest twists hit. An anonymous blog claimed that certain A-list celebrities were extremely nervous because they feared being in the tapes too. The internet went wild guessing names. They threw out actors, singers, producers, executives. They created entire lists. They linked old alliances. They dug up backstage footage from 20 years ago. The conspiracy theories were insane. One thread claimed 50 Cent was on a justice mission. Another said 50 was collaborating with federal agents. A third claimed 50 had been collecting the tapes since the early 2000s. A fourth said this was bigger than entertainment. This is a takedown. People even connected the scandal to 50's Power TV universe, saying he was writing the script in real life. But the scariest conspiracy theory came from TikTok. 50 Cent hasn't even released the worst tape yet. That sent chills through the entire internet, because everyone already saw the chaos the first leak caused. If there was worse, if there was deeper, if there was more damaging, Diddy's career wouldn't just end. Hollywood would be shaken to its core. Meanwhile, Diddy's team scrambled. One insider said Diddy was devastated. Another said he was lawyering up. A third said he was preparing an official statement. But none of those statements ever arrived. Diddy stayed silent. Silent in a way that made him look more guilty than any tape ever could. People started attacking Diddy's social media pages nonstop. His comments section turned into hell. Drop the truth. Refund the lies. We know WHAT you did. 50 got you shaking. Every post, even old ones, became a battlefield. But the plot thickened when another rumor broke, one that made the internet go numb. Someone in Diddy's inner circle flipped. That meant someone talked. Someone snitched. Someone confirmed the existence of more tapes. And who did people blame? 50 Cent commented on a blog saying, "Told y'all they not loyal." That one comment, that one line, restarted the entire internet again like a season reboot. People began combing through old party footage looking for suspicious interactions. They analyzed people's faces. They dissected social body language. They asked, Who hated Diddy the most? Who needed revenge? Who did he betray? The theories spiraled out of control. Names floated everywhere. Hollywood was in full paranoia mode. But the final twist of Part 02 sealed the madness. A journalist tweeted, 50 Cent isn't done. Wednesday. No explanation. No follow-up. No details. Just a day of the week. The internet collectively screamed, because when a leak this big is labeled as only the beginning, then Wednesday? Wednesday might be the day Hollywood collapses. By the time the sun rose after 50 Cent leaked the tapes, Hollywood looked like a battlefield. Careers smoking, reputations bleeding, publicists curled up in fetal position, and lawyers typing faster than Eminem raps. The entire entertainment industry felt like it was aging in dog years as it tried to figure out whether this was just a scandal or the beginning of an extinction-level event. The first wave of damage hit Diddy directly. Brands quietly distanced themselves. Business partners went on pause. Sponsors vanished like they got raptured. People who used to brag about attending his infamous parties were suddenly rewriting history like they'd never met him. Even celebrities who had entire albums produced by Diddy magically forgot to mention his name in interviews. The unfollowing spree got so wild that someone created a website tracking Diddy's lost followers in real time, but the deeper impact hid behind the scenes. Directors refused meetings. Executives canceled projects. Lawyers advised silence. The industry was terrified to be associated with someone whose name was now glued to one of the biggest digital leaks in celebrity history. Hollywood's upper class had always operated on whisper networks and secrecy, but now those whispers were screams. People wondered which tapes were next, which names would drop next, which careers would crumble next, and every hour that passed without a statement from Diddy made the situation worse. His silence became the story. His absence became ammunition. Fans started asking whether he was hiding. Some claimed he fled to an island. Others said he was planning to fight back. A few wild conspiracists insisted he was negotiating with higher powers. Nobody knew the truth. But everyone knew the silence was loud enough to send earthquakes through the culture. Then came the second wave of fallout, the industry scrambling to rewrite narratives. Suddenly, former collaborators started doing interviews talking about trust issues. Actors who attended his events said they always felt uneasy. People who used to praise Diddy's mentorship suddenly changed their tone. The U-turn was shameless, fast, and absolutely predictable. Hollywood loyalty is about as strong as wet tissue paper. Meanwhile, fans dissected the tapes like scientists studying alien footage. They created timelines. They made theories. They compared old scandals. They even pulled up random clips from the 90s and yelled, "See? This connects." The timeline turned into a digital filing cabinet of paranoia, receipts, exaggerations, and conspiracy charts that looked like something out of a detective show. But the moment that truly shifted the public's understanding came when former bad boy insiders started speaking more boldly. One wrote, "We tried to warn everyone." Another commented, "He built an empire on secrets." That line hit the internet like a strike of lightning, because everyone knew the allegations weren't about one night, one party, or one moment. They weren't about a single tape. They were about a pattern, a shadow, a history. And 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing by exposing it. As the dust settled, 50 continued dropping cryptic messages. No explanations, no apologies, no clarifications. Just subtle, dangerous, troll-level hints. He posted a photo of himself smiling with the caption, "More loading." That caption alone sent the entire internet into cardiac arrest. Because if the first tapes caused this much destruction, what could more possibly mean? Music blogs speculated that 50 had footage tied to multiple celebrities. Gossip pages said he had recordings involving industry executives. TikTok theorists claimed he was planning a series of leaks. Someone even joked he was dropping the Diddy cinematic universe, but it stopped being a joke when a verified journalist released a bombshell thread saying the tapes were only the tip of something much larger. She wrote that an investigation was underway. She wrote that several people were cooperating. She wrote that 50's leak accelerated the process by months. People's jaws hit the floor. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from 50 is trolling to 50 might be dismantling an entire empire. Fans started calling him the hip-hop Batman. Memes crowned him the whistleblower of the decade. People posted spiritual messages claiming he was divinely protected. It turned social media into a mix of comedy, prophecy, and pure pandemonium. But nothing prepared anyone for the moment one of Diddy's longtime associates posted a video saying, "The truth is coming whether people like it or not." It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't edited. It wasn't clickbait. It was raw. And that rawness terrified the industry. Then, out of nowhere, an anonymous leak revealed that certain powerful names were scrambling to get ahead of the next big drop. Executives scheduled emergency meetings. Lawyers filed sealed documents. Publicists requested interviews be rescheduled. Everyone acted like they were preparing for a storm so catastrophic it could rewrite their entire careers. And the internet? The internet was refreshing every page that mentioned 50 Cent's name. Fans treated 50 like a hero. Others treated him like a villain. Some treated him like a prophet. But everyone agreed on one thing: he changed the landscape forever. Then, just when people thought the scandal hit its peak, Wednesday arrived, the day the journalist hinted would be the day everything shifts. The entire internet stayed on high alert. Blogs posted countdowns. Reddit made prediction threads. Twitter turned into a war room. TikTok creators stayed awake with ring lights pointed at their faces. Then 50 Cent posted a single photo, a single sentence. No video, no leak, no tape. Just these 3 words: part 2 tomorrow. And the internet died. People screamed. People panicked. People fainted allegedly. People threw their phones. Because if today caused this much destruction, tomorrow might be the day Diddy's entire empire collapses. And 50 Cent, he knew exactly what he was doing. The cliffhanger wasn't just dramatic, it was lethal. Because whatever he drops next will finish what the first tapes started. If you survived this level of chaos, congratulations, your brain is officially built for scandals the human body was never meant to consume. 50 Cent just turned Hollywood into a live-action demolition site. Diddy's empire is wobbling like a table with one short leg, and the internet is counting down to part 2 like it's the second coming of Judgment Day. If today felt wild, just wait until the next leak drops. Because if 50 says tomorrow, then tomorrow ain't just another day. Tomorrow is impact. Before you disappear into the comments to fight strangers you'll never meet in real life, do me a huge favor and smash that like button like it stole your grandma's rent money. Hit that subscribe button with the same energy 50 used when he detonated these receipts. And turn on notifications. Because one thing about Truth Tattle: we don't do peace, we don't do breaks, and we definitely don't do boring. When scandals hit, we catch them before they land. Drop your theories below. Who do you think is in part 2? Do you think Diddy survives this storm? Do you think Hollywood is panicking behind the scenes? Or are you part of the 50th Thanos crowd? I want to see your boldest predictions, your wildest receipts, your hottest takes, and your most unhinged memes. Trust me, I read them all, even the ones that make me lose brain cells. And remember, this is Truth Tattle, where the leaks don't drip, they flood. Where the scandals don't simmer, they erupt.